What's good, Overtime Podcast? We are here for, I think, week 13
Week 13, yep.
or 14.
Well, it's week 14 for us because it's week 13 for the NFL.
Yes, I get that confused all the time. I'll never get that right. I can promise you that. We don't have too much CDL news or esports news, mainly. The only thing I can give you is an update on what is banned. Apparently, I do have some words. I do have some words for some of the CDL players.
Oh boy.
You can hear my guest in the back. They wanted to ban, which I think they did, the GA, the knife, the sniper rifle, with no attachments, and the SOG. I understand SOG, whatever, I don't care. But the knife, I was listening to Shotzi talk about that, and he was really flabbergasted, would be a good word to use. He was very flabbergasted on the fact that they banned the knife.
Okay.
Because they did a
I feel like
they had a scrim.
I feel like it takes some skill to use the knife.
I mean, sure.
Maybe a little bit.
You're going against 4 pros. I mean, I guess it would take a lot of skill just to go against 4 pros.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But my thing is, they did a scrim where they were going around knifing, and there was only 1 kill on the map. So, and it was Scrap. Scrap was the one that got the kill.
Oh.
Shotzi's nasty with movement, so you think he could get a kill. He says he couldn't. So, I mean, that's saying something. I'm just saying. Anyway, I just find it hilarious. I mean, we're not playing CDL modes on fucking Stakeout or the Pit where you can run around with a knife. We're playing CDL on maps like Skyline and Red Card. Like, you're not knifing somebody. If you get knifed, that's your own fucking fault, dude.
Yeah.
And it's not like you ain't gonna, like, they're gonna run, they're allowed, I guess, the baseball bat, which is a 2-hit kill. Well, if you hit L1, it's a 1-hit kill. It just goes through a little bit of an animation. So I don't see where they're doing anything besides, I don't know. I just think it's really dumb. Snipers with no attachments. First off, even with attachments, if I get shot from a Krig across the map, I'm looking up into fucking heaven. There's no fucking... I mean, and that's what I like. I mean, from Cold War to this game, I mean, I know we're not going from Cold War, but, like, Cold War was only the one that had snipers with no flinch. This game has flinch. And if you're going to allow that in ranked with no attachments, I think it's perfect.
Right.
Now it's you have to hit your shot or you're not winning that gunfight. So I don't know. I think it's a little bullshit, but that's all we got for the CDL. And the SOG, well, I don't really care. It's a SOG.
Right.
The Jackal, I think, is a lot better anyhow, so.
Okay. Well, if that's all you have for Call of Duty. The only thing that I have as far as NFL goes, Chris, you wanted to talk about Dan Campbell. The way I have this written, Dan Campbell as a player versus a coach. Is how I worded it.
So, this actually conversation started at work. Talking about he's a great coach, but I don't see him winning the big game because how ballsy he is. Now, I'm not gonna knock anyone's opinion on him. I can't, But the fact that he came from a losing team, took a losing team, and is now 30-8 as a head coach.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
I think he's doing pretty good.
Yeah.
And I think, pretty well, since he said he's not 30-8 as a coach. He's 30-8 when he made that press conference about his players. Saying, I have great players, we just have to put the pieces together.
Yeah. And
he says, but it's not going to take 1 year. It's not going to take
right.
2 years. It is a building. We are building. We aren't just going to come in here and fix this football team. He straight up said that. His first couple of years, obviously was still a little rough. But now, like I said, I think it was I can't remember when that press conference took place. I'll have to look it up again. But as soon as he said that about his players, about his coaching staff, he's now 30-8.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
And I'm pretty sure that press conference, I want to say, took place in late 2022.
Okay.
Early 2022, late. So I'll have to look that up. Anyway, my thing is with people, like, I understand the conversation with him is he's risky. He goes on fourth down a lot. But I'm going to say this, I'm going to say it again for the world to hear it this time instead of just the guys at work. Last year when he was in the playoffs and he went forward on fourth down twice. The one time, okay. The one time he went forward on fourth down, it was not his fault. First off, the guy was wide open and drops the ball. That has nothing to do with his play call. Look.
Oh, I heard her say daddy.
That has nothing to do with his play call. He went to Ben Johnson and he asked, "What do you have in store? What can we run?" The play call was right. I can't remember who it was. It wasn't Williams, but it was number 9. Wide open. Fourth down. Drops the ball. Now, what's going to happen? You're either going to look at fucking Dan Campbell and you're going to say, that was the worst decision in his lifetime. Right. Or, if he catches that ball, the game is over. The game is over right there. They run the clock out. They beat the San Francisco 49ers. They go to the Super Bowl. Because I didn't see nobody else winning.
Right.
So all I'm trying to get at is the fact that he went forward on fourth down. He missed it. It had nothing. Where'd the baby go? It had nothing to do with his play call. It had the fact that his player did not clutch.
Right.
At the end of the day, it was the right call.
Yeah.
But everyone looks back on him and says, that was the worst fucking play ever. And I'm thinking, call ever. I'm like, he either makes it, he's a hero. He misses it, he's a villain.
Here's my thing is, okay, if that's one of the only plays that went wrong out of all the other plays that he's called, I think his ratio is pretty damn good.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. They get that. It's over.
Yeah.
They run the clock out, and everyone looked down on him like,
yeah.
All right, I'm looking something up.
Max.
But that's what I'm saying. Everyone says he's going to fail because of how aggressive he is. I don't think he's going to fail because of how aggressive he is. I like how aggressive he is.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you got to play aggressive. Sometimes you got to show them, I'm not afraid to do this. What about you? So, I don't know. I think this could be the year for them.
Yeah, I agree. Did you see my little poem I wrote on Facebook?
Yes.
Well, we know the 49ers aren't going to go, so.
And like I said, last year when that happened, I seen the Lions beating Kansas City. I didn't see nobody else winning. So, and again, it's all because of how aggressive he is. And I'm not knocking the guys at work for saying what they had to say. Of course, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. But the way I look at it is, if you play for a conservative coach, You're not winning.
Yeah, they're gonna hesitate too much and be like, oh no, we shouldn't do that because
enough. Yeah, that had to hurt your head. Anyway, she's being a butthead today. If you guys can't tell,
a cute butthead.
Baby? But that's the other thing I wanted to mention with Dan Campbell. Okay, he goes for it on fourth down so often, right? They're not afraid to fail on fourth down, but they have plays for fourth down.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you got teams that don't even go for it on fourth down. So when the time comes, they have to go on fourth down.
Yeah.
They don't practice this. They don't execute it in the game.
It's just,
so when it
it's
comes
chaos.
down to it, yeah, well, when it comes down to fourth down, they're scared because they know they have to make it.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the Lions are like, we've done this. I don't know. We have 4 downs. That's what we do.
Yeah, that's like their specialty.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, when you look at it from what I'm saying is, yes, being aggressive, too aggressive can hurt your team.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you're not going for it on fourth down,
you have to find the middle ground.
Well, let me finish here. If you're not going for it on fourth down, right? You're not used to it. So when the time comes and you have to get it, you might fuck the play up because you're too nervous. You don't do this. When the Lions are already doing it, they're like, yeah, we do this.
It's just another Tuesday to them.
Because it's still a mentality, though. It's still a mental game. So you have to be able to go. Yeah, I see it. It's just going to hit me with it.
I was waiting for it.
You see what I'm saying? It's a mental game. Because other teams might need that fourth down. They're not used to it. Pow!
Oh, that's funny.
So I think he's probably one of the top 5 coaches in the league right now.
Oh, she's so funny. I don't think a lot of people would disagree with you about him being one of the top 5
in the league right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think a lot of people would disagree with you.
Are we going to do NFL news, or are we just going to...
if you have something, yeah, go ahead.
Daniel Jones signs with the Vikings.
Did he really?
Yeah, he's, Quick, pick it up. Give it here. Can you get that? Jesus Christ, Caydence. Signs in the practice squad, but in the next 3 weeks, if another team's starting quarterback goes down,
they can take him.
Yeah.
Okay.
He is signing for $375,000 for the rest of the year. Plus, well, he got fired, so Giants got to pay his contract out for the remaining year.
Yeah.
And his best case scenario is if somebody does get hurt and he starts with another team, because then his contract with the Vikings has got to be carried out.
Oh, man.
Plus signing with the other team. So he could really make bank this year, in my opinion. Of course, the head coach and GM is fired from the Giants. I have to talk about that a little bit. Because, first off, you signed a $40 million quarterback. And then you decide to go ahead and get rid of the GM and the coach. So if the quarterback wasn't the problem, what was?
Oh, you mean like the Jets?
Yes. So, in theory, this is my catch here. I have a lot of friends that are Giants fans because they're from New York. And I'm sitting there, I'm just laughing at this because I'm going to call them out for a second.
Oh, boy.
Barkley just broke a record of 255 yards rushing. Franchise record for the Eagles. I kept telling them guys, and they don't seem to want to listen because they're more basketball players, and that's fine. Enough. So, all I have to say. Hold on. Quit. All I have to say about the whole Giants scenario is it's not just the quarterback. It's a lot to do with the offensive line. With the offensive line playing the way they are, if you can't run the ball, you're not going to be able to pass the ball. If you can't pass the ball, you're not going to be able to run the ball.
Sorry, babe, I didn't mean to make that much.
You got to go night-night. You're being a butthead. Say bye-bye.
Oh, Daddy.
Can I get a kiss?
Oh, yes. You got it.
You keep slamming on the keyboard.
Babe, you want to go night-night?
My little guest is throwing a temper tantrum. We're gonna have to kick her off the show for the time being. Sorry about that. It was very distracting, and I'm trying to execute this podcast with little distractions. Of course, when you guys come to my stream after this stream, you can see the little baby running around. However, as of right now, she's got to go take a nap or something. She kept pounding on my keyboard. So anyway, what I was saying is, with Barkley running the way he is, okay, if instead you paid Daniel Jones less money or told him he's not going to get signed, he could have went somewhere else. I would have just let him go at that point. But you have to fix it all starts up front. You have to start with your offensive line and go back. And I'm going to go ahead and compare it to 49ers because you guys know we're Niner fans. You almost have to do the same thing for the Niners. It all starts with the offensive line. If you don't have an offensive line, you don't have a team. Plain and simple. So with that being said, I just feel like Daniel Jones was not the only problem. I don't really think he was a problem. Again, you can't expect the guy to pass the ball every down. I mean, the Seahawks, look at their record. I mean, I think they're 6-5 now. Pretty sure they're 6-5. And they passed the majority of the downs, and that's just predictable. You're going to predict the pass instead of predicting the run. It's a defensive scheme. So I don't agree with getting rid of Jones. I think they needed to probably change the coaching up a little bit. The coaching has a lot to do with the quarterback scheme. And I think the problem lied with more so their offensive coordinator, not so much their head coach. Brian Daboll. I guess I should just start saying his name. No, I'm not saying he was a great coach. He just had one of those faces where you just didn't want to fire him because he looked so nice.
Who?
But Brian Daboll.
Whoever that is.
The head coach for the Giants.
Oh.
I feel like their scheme wasn't right, and you don't have a running back. So I don't know. I don't agree. I don't agree with the full decision. I understand you want to get rid of your quarterback or whatever, but you literally just paid him. So it just kind of blows my mind.
Right.
You're supposed to build around your quarterback.
Yeah.
Not, I don't know. 7 losses in a row, though.
Oh, yeah, that's not good.
Or 6, sorry. And Malik Neighbors straight up said it, too. I mean, he pretty well said quarterback wasn't the only problem. I mean, you got 100... Dude, this is what I'm saying. Okay, I'm looking at this team stats here. For the year, you have 11 games. Tyrone Tracy Jr. has 11 games played, 116 carries, 587 yards. Dude, that's pathetic. You're not even at 700 yards, and we're in week fucking 14 or 13, dude.
Right.
Like, you're not even surpassed 700 yards. See. Let's see, like, David Montgomery ain't past 700 yards either. But, like, when Jalen Hurts has 456 yards and your lead rusher only has 500, there's something wrong.
Right.
Jaden Daniels has 556. Tracy is 24th on the leaderboard. Which in hindsight, that's not horrible, but some of these guys don't run a lot either. I mean, Jerome Ford just started playing. And you gotta think a lot of these people get switched in and out. I don't know, just it's not good. It's not good. Gibbs is fucking ridiculous. He's got 886. Of course, Barkley and Henry. We don't even want to talk about them two. I feel like if Barkley actually gets the MVP this year, there's going to be a lot of pissed off San Francisco fans. I'm not saying I won't be one of them, but I would like to see a running back actually get it for once. But
right.
My problem was the only problem I had with that is we gave it to Lamar Jackson last year for what?
Yeah, for what reason? Yeah.
He didn't lead in anything. Literally did not lead in any of the categories a quarterback should have led in.
I know Ravens fans that were like, we don't understand why he got it either. And they were Ravens fans. So
there's also some Ravens fans that I've seen that
I know.
Oh yeah, he is the greatest. And I'm not trying to be biased here, but Brock Purdy did better than Jackson. Yes, 5 interceptions didn't help, but I mean, if Goff is still in the MVP talks, why couldn't Purdy be? McCaffrey breaking them records. I
think McCaffrey should have got it. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I feel like McCaffrey should have got it over anybody. But that's what I'm saying. If, let's just say, Barkley gets it, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it's going to be a little bit of an uproar.
Any other fun news for us in the world of football?
Not that I can think of.
Okay. I guess we'll go ahead and talk about last week's games. They were fun. First game we can sort of talk about, I guess, is Steelers at Browns for our little snow football game we had.
Little snow?
Yeah.
Who did I pick? I had the Browns, didn't I?
No, you had the Steelers.
Oh, fuck the Steelers.
I'm glad
the Browns won.
Again, the 1 week I don't believe in the Browns is the week that they show up, so I think they watch our podcast and they're like, let's lose because she picked the Browns.
Sure they watch our podcast.
They do. They say, that girl picked us to win, so now we have to lose. Next game was Titans at Texans, which somehow the Titans pulled a win out.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that one.
Yeah, I know. We both had the Texans winning that.
I think the biggest problem with that game with the Texans right now is they give up big plays. They gotta stop giving up big plays. It's the only thing that beat them.
That's fair. Next game was Vikings at Bears. We both had the Vikings winning that, and they did. The Bears were, they kind of showed up, though, so.
Is it the Bears showed up, or did the Vikings finally just...
kind of plateau a little bit?
Yeah.
Well, it could be either. Patriots at Dolphins. We both had the Dolphins winning that one. For some reason, I thought one of us picked the Patriots to win that, but according to my records, we both picked the Dolphins, so...
I thought you picked the Patriots.
It says Dolphins on mine. But I didn't change it.
Dolphins because they were at home.
Well... the Buccaneers at Giants. We both had the Bucks winning that.
Who would have thought?
Yeah, I know. Lions at Colts. We both had the Lions winning that one, of course. Broncos at Raiders. I had the Raiders, you had the Broncos, so...
Told you I'm hopping on the Broncos.
Cardinals at Seahawks. You had the Seahawks and I had the Cardinals. We're just going to skip over the 49ers game.
Fuck the Niners.
Eagles at Rams. We both had the Eagles winning that one. I think that was one of the ones though, that you had to think about. You were like, "Oh, I don't know. I want to say that..."
That was going to be a good game. It was.
Ravens at Chargers. I had the Ravens and you had the Chargers. So, and then
I was a little mad about that.
The two best games somehow of the fucking week. Cowboys at Commanders. I don't know what the hell that game was.
That was
insane.
That was probably one of the most wildest fucking games I've seen.
It really was.
And I mean absolutely wild. And it came down to the dude missed the extra point because the snap was too low.
Yeah. That was an insane game. And then I think what was probably the best game of the week was Chiefs at Panthers. Because that was... I could not believe it. The Panthers almost had that. I would have lost my mind.
I almost had it.
You almost did. That probably would have been the game. And I say that...
And you know, at the end of the day, though, when I looked back on it and I seen the game, obviously, I'm watching the game, and I just see there was a minute, 35 left on the clock, and I said, you guys left way too much time on the clock for Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, okay.
You just can't outrun the refs. I mean, the Chiefs. You just can't outrun the Chiefs. So it was coming down to the nitty-gritty there, and I just knew it was... They got the 2-point conversion. I was so stoked. I was so happy. And I looked down at the clock and I said, well, it was a good game.
Good game, guys.
But the fact it came down to that?
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. I have to give my hat off to the Panthers for that. That was entertaining. So before we get into this week's games... Let's talk about our injuries. Literally all of the 49ers are injured.
Oh, I do want to talk about that just a little bit. Whoever the guy was, I don't even know your name. I'm just going to call you out because nobody knows who the fuck you are. The cornerback for the Green Bay Packers. Okay, I have no idea. I can't even remember his name. I don't even know what number he is. He's that shitty. But he wanted to call out the 49ers for saying, you know... Injuries are a part of football. You got to get over it. I don't want to hear it. Our quarterback was out. We still won 3 games without him. We came to play. They should have too. And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, okay. For the record, I agree with him wholeheartedly. I do. But, there's only 2 things that changed my mind with the injuries. One is if your star quarterback is out. Okay? I do say that because when you have, let's just in theory, have a quarterback caliber like Baker Mayfield or Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes, when those quarterbacks go out where they're sole dependent on their quarterback alone, yes, I can understand you losing because of the injury. Okay? Brock Purdy, I'm not saying Brock Purdy's a system quarterback. I'm saying Shanahan has that set up for a system quarterback.
Right.
Because he's went through so many quarterbacks, it was hard for him to keep up with the quarterbacks. So, with that being said, I wasn't going, if Brock Purdy was out and we still had all of our starters in, I wasn't going to sit there and say, yeah, you know, there wasn't a chance, okay? My problem was we had about 14 starters out. Dude, that's one whole side of the fucking football. And you want to talk shit because you beat up a handicapped team? Bro, shut the fuck up. Like, I'm sorry, but we've had your number in the fucking playoffs for the last how many years? You had Aaron Rodgers and we done fucking smoked your shit. Just, it's a regular season game. Congratulations. You're still third in your division.
Right.
Third. Like, he wants to talk, that's fine. Talk your shit, dude. Talk it. But don't mention injuries because, first off, there's 14 fucking guys out. We have Ayuk out for the rest of the season. We have Hargrave out for the rest of the season. Hufanga was out.
Yeah.
Ward was still out. Purdy was out. Right there's 5 stars, not just fucking, stars. So, I don't know. Trent Williams, sorry. He's 6th. That was the next star. Right there's half your fucking team.
That's what I'm saying. Literally all of the Niners are injured.
So, like, and I just don't understand, like, I don't know. Like I said, I don't make excuses for injuries either. I don't. Like, if A.J. Brown's out for the Eagles, I'm not going to sit there and say that A.J. Brown's the star fucking player for... he is a star player, but I'm not going to say he's the reason why they lost.
Right.
Jalen Hurts get hurt. Now I'm going to be like, wait a minute.
Now we might have an issue.
Like, unless you have a good, decent backup, which apparently Green Bay did, I don't use injuries as an excuse. Unless it's the quarterback or literally your whole fucking team is out.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Just kind of pissed me off because it's like...
I think the only 2 people on the 49ers that weren't injured was Kyle Shanahan and George Kittle.
Well, my thing is, you're third in your division. Okay? We might be last in our division now, but next week we could be fucking second. Yeah. The week after that, we could be first. We could be third the week after. Our division right now is so up for grabs, it's not even funny.
Yeah.
Shanahan said it himself. He says, we knew coming into this game that if we lost, our chances aren't high. He says, we ain't worried about that. He says, be worried if we lose 3 out of these games.
The chances aren't high, but they're not 0.
Well,
just saying.
Shanahan's not worried about it because, again, he straight up says, if we lose 3 games,
then he'll start to be
worried.
Yeah.
3 games, it's going to be pretty well impossible.
Yeah.
But all I got to say is, worry about your fucking division, dude. You're third.
Yeah.
Why don't you go try to beat a team like the Lions who's healthy? Oh, that's right. You couldn't.
Well.
Again, I don't even know who that guy was. I think his number's 38, but...
Any other fun injuries from this week? I don't remember really seeing or hearing a lot of injuries other than the Niners. Nothing that stood out, at least.
Not that I can think of.
Well, then I guess we'll go ahead and do this week's games. looking at my list, I felt like when I was typing my notes up, I felt like there were a lot of games this week, but there really wasn't. I feel like it was just me, like, at 2 o'clock in the morning being like, huh?
What, the next list of games?
Yeah, this week's games. Yeah, I just felt like there was a ton of games, but I'm looking at it and I'm like, it's really not that any more than what it normally is. But the fun thing about this week is we have 3 games on Thanksgiving. We have 1 Black Friday game, and then a shit ton of games on Sunday. So,
yep.
It's going to be a crazy week for football. So, I got my little list picked here. I don't feel like it was really that hard to pick this week. Some of them I was like, oh, I don't know, but... First game, Bears at Lions.
Who do you think I'm going to choose?
Oh, Dan Campbell soup.
Dan Campbell soup, baby.
This next one was one I had to think about. Giants at Cowboys.
I think this is the last time they're meeting this year. They're 0-5 at home, dude.
I know, that's what makes me think it's going to be the Giants that win, but I don't know, the Cowboys might be riding high off last week, so...
I don't know, I do feel like the Cowboys are going to win this one just because now they don't have a quarterback, now they don't have a fucking GM or a fucking coach, so I say they probably finally win one at home.
Okay.
But I do have one thing to say. Fuck them boys. Every week.
Dolphins. Damn.
I think they're just riding too high on winning against the beat up 49ers, and they're gonna get humbled by fucking Mike McDaniel.
That's fair. That's fair. This next one I had to think about.
Although, I will say, I'm not going to be surprised if Green Bay wins it because it's going to be in Green Bay, and I don't think them boys are used to the cold like that.
Yeah, that's why I picked the Packers. I had the Packers winning.
But all I got to say is this. We said that last year when they went against the Bills.
Yeah.
And it was a damn close game.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Just saying. Tyreek Hill is used to that kind of weather. He came from Kansas City.
Oh, well then, yeah. There.
I just don't know how their quarterback's going to handle it.
Yeah, this next game I had to think about. Raiders at Chiefs.
Mute Glizzy real quick. Dude, you know what? I was almost right last time. This is a divisional game. You know what I'm gonna pick?
The Raiders.
The Raiders!
Hey, that makes me feel better because I also picked the Raiders winning that one.
Let's fucking go, Raiders!
Yeah, they better show up.
I had faith in the Panthers beating the Chiefs last week, and
they...
I have the faith that the Raiders are going to beat the Chiefs this game because it is a divisional game, and sometimes the Raiders do have their fucking number. So
I have the Raiders winning too, so Colts at Patriots.
You're only doing that because I did that last week.
No, I remember you saying that the Raiders were like the kryptonite sometimes to the Chiefs, and so I was like, okay, well then I'm going to pick the Raiders this week because usually I do pick the Chiefs. But
oh man, that one's a tough game there.
Colts at Patriots.
I'm gonna go with the Colts.
The Colts, that's who I have. This was one that I had to kind of think about a little bit, but I think I picked correctly. Cardinals at Vikings.
Vikings.
That's who I picked, because I figure you don't want the Cardinals to win a whole lot more.
No, I don't really want the Vikings to win a whole lot more.
I know, but I figure Vikings would have home field advantage. Because it's cold, they're used to the cold. The Cardinals are not.
Yeah, but they both play in a dome, so.
Oh, I guess that's true. I didn't think about that.
Hey, at least you're thinking, though.
Seahawks at Jets. I had to think about this one too a little bit.
I mean, the Jets are probably due for a win.
Yeah, but who do you think's going to win?
The Jets.
Of course, I have the Seahawks.
We need the Jets to win. That's why I'm.
Well, that's fair. That's fair.
So sometimes, everybody, my predictions are going to be because we need a team to win. So I'm putting my faith on them. I'm riding high on the faith. So let's go.
Okay. Titans at Commanders.
Commanders.
That's who I have.
I feel like they're going to get crushed, too, because I think Washington's pissed off they lost.
Yeah, I agree. That's sort of the vibe I was getting. This next game I had to think about a little bit. Chargers at Falcons.
I'm picking the Chargers.
Really? Because I picked the Falcons. But I did start writing the Chargers, and then I went, no, I think the Falcons are going to win. So
I'm picking the Chargers solely on Jim Harbaugh.
That's fine. That's fair. Texans at Jaguars.
Texans.
That's who I have. This next one I had to think about. Steelers at Bengals. Yeah, I had to think about that one.
Bengals.
I have the Steelers.
I'm going with Joe Burrow.
I thought about maybe I should have gone with the Bengals.
Joe Burrow in home. Joe Burrow at home. Come on. Come on. Fuck them Steelers, too.
Bucks at Panthers.
That's another divisional game, but I'm still going with Baker Mayfield.
Yep, I have the Bucks as well. Rams at Saints. I had to think about that one, too.
Saints, we gotta have them win.
You said the Saints?
We gotta have the Rams lose, yes.
That's who I have.
Saints.
Eagles at Ravens. Another one I had to think about.
Ravens.
That's who I have. And then we're going to skip over the 49ers at Bills because the true winner of that is all of us that get to watch it.
And that's Sunday night, and it's supposed to be snowing, so...
that's going to be good.
We're losing.
Yeah, oh yeah, we're losing for sure. But we all are winners because we get to watch it.
But I'm still going to root for the 49ers.
I know. You wouldn't be too heartbroken if the Bills win. I wouldn't be.
Now, hear me out. This is a tough decision for me. I love the 49ers, but I think our season's pretty well done. My problem is if the Bills lose. Kansas City has to lose this week. And I'm glad that Kansas City plays before the Bills. Because if they lose, in hindsight, it's okay for the Bills to lose.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
I want the Bills to get first seed.
Yeah.
So for them to get first seed, Kansas City's got to lose.
So your pick on that one, I know we aren't officially picking on this one, but your pick would be based on what happens at the Chiefs game. Sort of, yeah.
Because right now, okay, if the Chiefs lose, their record's technically tied with the Bills.
Okay.
They have 2 losses. The Bills win that tiebreaker because the Bills beat the Chiefs.
Yeah.
So first seed would go to the Bills.
Okay, yeah.
And Chiefs got to lose 2 more games if the Bills lose against the 49ers.
Okay, yeah.
The Bills are 9-2.
The Bills are trying to sort of play catch up in a way.
Yes, the Bills are 9-2. The Chiefs are 10-1.
10-1, yeah.
So if the Chiefs lose, they'll be 10-2.
And then
if the Bills will be 10-2 if they win. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to get at. Like it's
yeah.
I don't want to say it's a tough decision because I'm always going to go for my team no matter what.
But
I'm actually a fan, unlike some of these other Giants fans out here that I was talking to that want to lose to the Cowboys. like you're a fucking moron. Okay, nobody should want to lose to their division rivals. Just saying, especially the fucking Cowboys. That's all you hear. And then, like, this is a thing though with the Cowboys. This is how annoying the Cowboy fans are. They could be 0-15, and then beat your division rival in the last game, and they'll just shove it in your face. That's how they are. That's how the Cowboys are. At least we beat you in the last game. Like, nobody gives a fuck, dude. You went 1-15. But that's my point. Like, I don't know. I don't ever want to lose my division rival. Plain and simple.
Max, stop. All right. And then last game is Browns. No, that's who I have. So yet again, oh no, we have 5 different picks this week. Usually it's 4 different picks, but it is 5. And it's because I picked the Steelers. So it makes it, hey, you know what? It makes it interesting though when we have different picks though. So I'll have to look at our overall and get that updated. All right, well, anything else you want to talk about that's football?
Yeah, I'm gonna go through since we're getting close to the playoffs. I'm just gonna go through the 1 through 7 seeds.
Okay.
As they stand right now, and I want to do that kind of each week. So if you want to kind of write that down. Right now in the AFC side, we have the Chiefs at 1st seed, the Bills at 2nd seed, Steelers at 3rd, Texans at 4th, Ravens at 5th, Chargers at 6th, Broncos at 7th. And I'm going to tell you right now, that is looking like a stacked division. That playoff, like, it doesn't matter who goes against each other on that side. It's looking magnificent. And then we still have on the bubble. I mean, nobody's eliminated yet. I mean, we can kind of give our predictions of who's going to be eliminated. But on the bubble, I'm only going to go down to the 10th. Dolphins, Colts, Bengals. Bengals still have a chance. Believe it or not. Steelers lose out. Bengals win out. They might flip. Of course, Ravens will get 3rd seed, but I'm good with this playoff shit. Then on the NFC side, we got Lions going from 1st to 10th. We got Lions, Eagles, Seahawks 4th. Seahawks, Falcons at 4th. Vikings, Packers, and Commanders at the 7th seed, which did change, I think, from last week. I'm pretty sure Packers were 7th seed and Commanders were. I don't remember how that worked. And then on the bubble, which is kind of scary, we got Cardinals, Bucks, Rams, and we're 11th seed. So we're not too fucking far, but if we win against Buffalo, we'll have a 27% chance. If we lose, we got a 15. Or if we lose against the Bills, we got a 10. It's getting a bit scary. But that's all that I have for the NFL.
Okay. Well, then let's unmute our third here and talk about some hockey. Whatever he'd like to talk about.
Fuck the Pens. Fuck the Pens.
Fuck the Pens.
The Pens.
Oh, that's funny. There's a lot of games going on tonight.
For hockey?
Yeah! Like, I was going through the list last night, and I said, Jesus! Usually there's only, like, 3 or 4 games, but there's, like, 14! So, you guys...
I have not been watching any hockey. I'm straightforward.
I actually did watch hockey this week. I only watched 1 game, but I still watched hockey.
Oh, well, okay.
I watched the Jets Saturday, I believe. Saturday or Friday. One or the other.
Saturday, Friday. I like the college game day when they...
they were playing Minnesota, I think.
Oh, good team.
Yes. Yeah. Let's talk about the game the other day with the Pens and the Jets. Oh my god. I mean, I knew going into that game, like, well, I don't think the Pens are winning this one. Sure enough. I'm trying to think of, like, there was any. There was something about a game. I cannot remember it, though. Well, one thing, it's completely not related to NHL. I mean, it's hockey, but it's one of the minor leagues. A player got suspended for putting another player in a headlock.
Oh, that's awesome.
Obviously, that wasn't well received.
Dude, that's awesome. I'm gonna have to find that. Put him in a fucking headlock. That's funny as shit.
Yeah.
He Conor McGregored him.
Yeah. Only problem is like there's like the unwritten rules of fighting in NHL, and that's a big no-no.
That's a big no-no anywhere you go. It doesn't matter what sport you're in.
Yeah.
Except for MMA, but I mean, we could go down a list of what's illegal in fucking NFL too, like stomping on people and kicking them in the head.
But here you are.
Fucking Antonio Brown doing that shit. He tried to hurdle a guy and then kicked him right in the fucking face, man.
Oh my god.
Listen, hey, you heat of the moment, shit happens. I'd probably put someone in a headlock too. They pissed me off.
Right?
Just saying. I mean, you're playing a sport that's physical. You're gonna get physical. Headlocks, well, maybe not that far, but
right,
it's gonna happen, dude. Somebody's gonna flip
I mean,
shit. I'll tell you right now, dude. I'll be headbutting somebody if I got a helmet on. I'm telling you that right now. I'm gonna let them throw their gloves off, and I'm gonna wait till they throw a punch. I'm just gonna go like this here with my head, and then fucking punch it, and then I'm gonna give them one right across the cheek, because they're gonna be worried about breaking their hand. That's how I'd fight in hockey. I'm telling you right now, if I was in hockey, I'd be like the Tooth Fairy. I'd just go around tackling people. You guys ever watch that movie? I'm just going around tackling people. I'm like, all right, that guy's got the puck. I'm hitting that motherfucker. He's going to pass it, and I'm still hitting him because I was already there. I was already full speed ahead. Now I'm getting the penalty box over and over again. I don't know if you guys ever watched The Tooth Fairy with The Rock or not, but that'd be me.
Is that one of the many Rock movies where The Rock just plays himself?
Yes. Isn't that all the movies?
Yeah.
Where he just goes after him, and they call him the Tooth Fairy because he knocks people's teeth out in hockey. And then he meets this woman or whatever, and he kept telling her that the Tooth Fairy ain't real, but then, of course, it's a magical show. So then he had to wear a tutu and shit. The Rock and a tutu.
What's up, baby?
Oh, nothing, just chilling.
Oh.
Yeah, we do have a lot of games on the night. Holy crap. The Golden Knights and Avalanche, that ought to be a good match.
Yeah, I'm sure that will be.
The Sabres and the Wild ought to be a good... Dude, there's a lot of good games on the night. Rangers and Hurricanes? Holy shit. All right, let's go through.
Oh, Rangers and Hurricanes? That'll probably be the best match of the night.
That's what I was just thinking. Ooh, I'm definitely... Okay, yeah, we're definitely cool through this. Hey, listen. I'm saying... Wow, you got Canucks... Dude, I hate that word. I'm going Pittsburgh. No, sorry. I just can't do the... I can't...
Pittsburgh and the Canucks?
At Pittsburgh, yeah.
Canucks.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they're winning. I just can't stand that name, dude. I can't stand the fucking saying Canucks. Until
the Pens do something about their defense, I I can't pick them anymore.
I'm
Favorite
with,
team still, but
I'm with you on that. I just hate the word Canucks. Like, dude, it just sounds weird to me. I don't know. I can't do it. Golden Knights at Avalanche. I'm going. Ooh, Golden Knights.
Golden
I can't.
Knights. I'll always go Golden Knights there, baby.
Wild at Sabres. I'm I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Sabres. Just because they're
Yeah,
at
I feel
home.
like the
Although
problem with
they're
Minnesota
Wild's
is their
I don't.
overtime team is terrible. They have, I think, 3 or 4 overtime losses now, which isn't. I mean, that's not terrible, but it's not good.
Well, they're 9-1 and 3 away. So I don't.
Yeah,
And Sabres is 6-5 at home. So I don't know. I might have to switch out. I might have to go Wild. I might have to go Wild. And it's Buffalo. They're going to Buffalo. So I mean, it's not that far of a trip.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to switch. I'm gonna go Wild with that. Just because they're 9-1 away. That's a pretty good record for being not at home.
Yeah.
It's not the Dallas Cowboys who are 0-5. Blues at the Devils. I'm going Devils on that.
Blues at the Devils. Yeah, Devils probably.
This one's gonna be tough. Rangers and Hurricanes. Oh my God, Hurricanes are 8-1 at home.
Hurricanes.
Yeah, I seen that record. I'm gonna stick to the Hurricanes on that.
Although, like I
Flames
said, I
is.
feel like that will be the best match of the night.
I can tell you what the best match. It's coming up here in a second.
Oh, boy.
Flames and Red Wings.
Flames.
Yeah, I'm going Flames on that one.
I'll go Red
Fuck
Wings.
the Red Wings. Fuck the Red Wings. They used to be my favorite team till Utah Hockey Club.
Until Utah Hockey Club
Oh
showed
my
up.
god.
Here's the best game of the night. Capitals at Lightning.
Oh, Capitals have been doing pretty good.
Yeah, and I'm not rooting for them, so I'm going Lightning. I'll never root for the fucking Washington, dude.
Hell yeah.
That entire area can just dispart from America.
Oh, and
You just have a hole.
can we extend it up to the Philadelphia area as well?
Well, I don't know if we can extend it. That's a lot of Maryland gone because I got family down that way. So, but maybe we'll just take Philadelphia away.
For your family to move from that area, because then we can get Baltimore all at it too.
Yeah, that's true. Fuck Baltimore too. Maple Leafs and the Panthers, dude. That's gonna be another good game. God damn.
I'll say the Maple Leafs. Evan.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Maple Leafs too. Bruins at the Islanders. I'm gonna go Bruins on that.
Oh, Islanders.
Yeah, I'm sticking to the Bruins. I don't know. I feel like Islanders are playing well, but they're not what I thought they were in the beginning of the year.
I don't know. Something's going on with the Bruins too. They just don't have it together this year.
But that one there is going to be a good game.
Yeah, it'll be a good game. But
Canadians at Blue Jackets. That's another tough one.
Yes, it
Dude,
is.
Columbus, Ohio. That's where the Blue Jackets are located. That's disgusting, dude.
Disgusting.
Disgusting. That's. I'm going Blue Jackets on that. I'm not sure on that one. I'm gonna go with the better logo. If I'm gonna be honest.
The better logo.
Yeah.
Let's go for the better. Who has the better jersey?
Well, Canadians look like the Chicago White Sox. That's what their logo looks like. The C with the H in the middle. I know that's not their actual logo, but Flyers at Predators. I'm going Flyers because the Predators just creep me out.
Predators.
Yeah, I can't go for Diddy's team.
Since Philly and Pittsburgh are tying for the worst teams on the metropolitan area, you know?
Yeah. Stars at the Blackhawks. I'm going Stars. It don't look like the Blackhawks got anything together this year either.
Yeah, they're not doing too hot.
Jets and Kings ought to be a good game. I'm gonna go Jets though.
I'll have to admit the underdog this year for me was definitely been the Kings. They started out pretty rough, but they pulled their heads out of their asses. It seems they're showing up now. I'll probably do for that one.
And then we got Ducks at the Kraken.
I'll do the Ducks.
I like their logo better, but I'm going Kraken. And then we got the Senator, got the Sharks. You know what? Just because the Sharks had the worst record at one point, I'm going Sharks.
Yeah, I'll give the Sharks some love here. What do you want? No.
They're coming back with vengeance. Vengeance.
Vengeance.
I don't know. Do they play? No, they don't. None of them play on Thanksgiving. That's cool. Maybe that's why there's so many games out.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're probably getting all the games out of the way tonight. Evan, please stop.
Wow, Pittsburgh's actually last in their division.
Yeah, they got that spot the other day. It's well deserved at this point.
Well, we bumped up above the St. Louis Blues. That's nice. Utah did. We
I'm
have
so
a worse record
disappointed with Utah, Murdoch. They started out great.
9 and
What
10.
the hell happened?
Well, them fucking little Winnipeg Jets. Dude, I didn't realize how good the Stars was either.
Mm-hmm.
God damn, dude.
Yeah,
I mean, they're 13 and
that
7.
was a pretty decent hockey team. I'll admit.
I could still say fuck Dallas. Well, we're fifth in our division, so it's not bad.
Their talent's not with the Cowboys; it's with their hockey.
It's with their hockey and the college teams.
What you talking?
And the Sharks is tied with the Pittsburgh Penguins at 7 and 10 or 12.
Nice.
After we made fun of the Sharks all that time, here we are.
I didn't have too much hope for the Pens this year. They haven't disappointed. I'll say that.
All right, but we should be moving along here because
I know why Chris wants to move along. He wants that double XP, baby.
Yeah.
So, Spotify, Twitch, YouTube, I love you all. So I hope you guys love me. I have not been watching a lot of sports recently, besides NFL. I did miss SmackDown, and I did miss Raw. But, in my defense, hold on, let me pull it out here. This thing right here doesn't go off on my phone no more. My Alexa does not go off on my phone no more. So I don't get alerts. Now, I know you guys can't read what's on my screen right now, especially Spotify. You're probably gonna have a hard time on Spotify reading what's on this screen right here. But it's telling me to play Casino, and that was at 6:30, so that was 30 minutes ago. You guys didn't hear it go off, or if you did, I didn't. So, why am I late on watching Raw and SmackDown?
Because he doesn't realize it's on until like an hour into it, and he's like, "Oh, SmackDown's on."
Oh, might as well watch it tomorrow, and I never do. So, I'm sorry. I apologize. I've been slacking on that. So, what happened,
Evan?
And this is a podcast. So what happened was my phone has all these Alexa has all these alerts on my phone, but for some reason, my phone won't pop up no more. It tells me that I have to go in my app and enable alarm, but Alexa doesn't have an alarm. So I don't know what the fuck my phone did, but it fucked up my entire Alexa on my phone. So sorry, I've been slacking.
It is Wednesday, my dudes.
Fuck you, Alex. It's
Sit here. Calm down.
Yep.
WWE segment.
Which wasn't. Since they've cut Raw down to 2 hours, now, like, there's only 4 matches a show. It makes it a little easier to do this.
And half of them are always Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair.
Yeah. Speaking of Bianca Belair, she was first match on SmackDown versus Blair Davenport and Chelsea Green, with Chelsea Green getting the win.
Hell yeah.
That's crazy.
Chelsea is one of my favorite divas. Well, women. Can't say divas anymore.
Next match was LA Knight versus Escobar for the US title. I know every week we get into Gunther and like how long he's held the title. LA Knight could literally hold this title for now until forever, and I would still be like, yeah, LA Knight! I just don't.
LA Knight's a great wrestler, so.
I know. I just don't like that it's the same 2 or 3 people that are going for his title. Like, can we get some fresh faces into that title?
Yeah, I can.
No, we cannot.
Apparently not. Apparently that's unheard of. Next match was Naomi and Bayley versus Candice LeRae and Tiffany Stratton. Bayley and Naomi won by disqualification because Io Sky came out, I think. And then the last match was Montez Ford from Street Profits versus Tommaso Ciampa, whoever that is.
What do you mean, whoever that is?
Who is that?
You don't know
Not by
Tommaso Ciampa?
Not by that name.
Isn't he the guy for DIY? Isn't he the dude's partner?
That's Tommaso Ciampa.
Oh.
Although it might be him. He might be going under a different name.
Well,
sure, looks like him.
That might be how you pronounce his last name.
Yeah, that is him. That is him.
Oh, well then okay, then yeah. I was gonna say I know, maybe I do know him, but not to hear him by name.
I'm looking at his face. That's definitely the guy in DIY.
Guys,
He's getting pissed off, I think, at the
Yeah, he is.
with his partner. So
oh,
yeah, right there it says after the bout, Ciampa attacked Ford before Angelo Dawkins and Johnny Gargano came down to assist their teammates. So yeah, Johnny's the DIY.
Yeah. Okay. That was pretty well it for SmackDown.
Besides, the biggest news of SmackDown wasn't a match. It was CM Punk's being... Paul Heyman came back and announced that CM Punk was...
I do have that written down, CM Punk and Paul Heyman in ring together. I do have that written down, actually.
That's how SmackDown ended. I did see clips of that.
Alright, well that was pretty well it for SmackDown, so... Raw started off, I guess, with a banger. Fucking Gunther got his head kicked in, I guess.
Mashed!
Yeah. Damian Priest, we wasted no time. And then it was the Creed brothers defeat Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee.
Who would have thought?
Yeah, I know.
Who would have thought?
Finn Balor and JD McDonough defeating the War Raiders. So that's
You missed Ludwig Kaiser defeating Braun Breaker by disqualification.
Oh! Now, see, I did this one through WWE's website, and I missed one. Bleacher Report, I don't miss them.
It's right here. If you're on their network, it's literally right above Finn Balor.
Okay, but that when I looked it up last night, that I don't even remember seeing anything about that.
Well, I'm literally watching.
Well, I believe you.
Sheamus bashing his skull in right now.
I believe you, but it never came up that was a match for me.
This doesn't come up as a match. You just got to go to the show and click on show and then scroll down. It shows all the promos and everything.
Well, yeah, so
they don't mention any of the promos.
Yeah, I know, because sometimes I don't think they're that important.
Gotta watch them promos.
I'm gonna say, we're literally a sports podcast, so we probably should talk about the promos. You know, like CM Punk coming out, it's probably a big deal.
Well, yeah, and I said I had that written down. I thought that was at the end of Raw, though, which is why I didn't say anything.
A little SmackDown. This one's... When you get pissed off, I don't care. Go ahead and get pissed off. It's just the truth. The truth hurts. I know. It hurts you. She's a witch, guys. She's not used to the truth. That's why she wants to see Wicked so bad. Go on.
Alpha Academy defeats the New Day. Shocker.
Yeah, and it looks like Kofi was actually mad for once.
Yeah, I did see that.
Grayson Allen, what are you talking about? Thanks.
And then...
Clear these.
Last match was Bianca Belair defeating Nia Jax to give her team the War Games advantage.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking at... I don't know what that is. Like, what's the advantage?
I don't know either.
I didn't watch it, so I don't know what the advantage actually is. But we shall see.
Oops.
And apparently we missed something with the Wyatt 6.
See, I didn't see anything about the Wyatt 6 either.
Well, according to their website, the Wyatt 6 leaves Scarlett.
Scarlett got attacked.
Oh.
Awesome. Let's bring the women more into this.
Yeah, especially Scarlett. She doesn't wrestle.
Oh, and apparently there's a inaugural women's intercontinental champion.
Yes. It's a new title.
So we're bringing a lot more titles to the women's division. That's awesome. I like that too.
We like to see. It actually looks really good.
It does. That title looks sexy, dude. It looks freaking nice. Oh! And I didn't do it last week, and I'm not doing it this week, everybody. I'm not doing another bet. I just kind of gave up on that. For the time being.
He just kind of, the day of, just kind of gets on and looks and sees if there's any good bets.
Yeah, because I'd rather do, like, money line, not just money lines. I'd rather do, which I'll start it back up, don't get me wrong. But I'm just, these last couple games, they're all out of whack. We got Friday games, we got Saturday games coming up. Like, I just want to bet on the Sunday games, but I'm only going to win $300. I mean, it's $300, $300. Don't get me wrong, but Jesus Christ. It's coming down to the nitty-gritty games now, so it's like, I don't want to bet.
Big boy bets.
Oh, here's some news that Adam Schefter just posted. Apparently, Fred Warner's been playing with a fractured ankle this whole time.
Yeah. Since week 4 Patriots.
Jeez! Well, whatever. Good for him, I guess.
No, fuck that. Sit, get healthy.
Well, yeah. Everybody else is injured. He might as well sit out too.
Well, you don't want to ruin your.
No, I know.
Even more.
I know.
I was say you make the injury worse, and then you're out longer, or you get your career permanently ended.
Yeah, I get it.
But if that's all we have for this, I am going to end it.
Yeah, that's all I have. So.
Yeah, I don't think I really have. I mean, I'm finally glad to see Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair's tag team finally starting to fall apart. Thank God.
Yeah,
we need that.
Like, no offense to them, they're great wrestlers, but oh my God, they were overrated.
They don't even come out together. That's annoying to me.
Yeah.
Like, at least come out together as a tag team, not individual. I don't know. I just never agreed with that.
Yeah.
So. But, yep. Oh! I guess last but not least, I did have extra NFL news. I forgot about it. Dre Greenlaw is back at practice.
Oh!
Not a full go, but working back in there. So that's a good sign. After a torn Achilles or ACL, I can't remember which one it was. Either one's fucking horrible. But that is all for the Overtime Podcast. Again, everybody, thank you for joining. Spotify listeners, if you want to listen to this, or watch this, I should say, it's on YouTube at 6 a.m. on Murdoch Gaming Channel. You want to watch it live, it's Wednesdays, usually around 6. Hopefully I got a better time schedule now since I'm laid off, or hopefully getting another job here at some point. So, with that being said, I love you guys. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And peace the fuck out.